Hello everyone, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome to something you might not understand. S.Y.T.W.T.M.A.V.N? What? Well, basically the title of this game is So You Think You Want to Make a Visual Novel. Well, right now my laptop is working pretty hard and loudly because it's rendering Sunrider. But besides that, I finished watching Bacano. Loved it. Now let's go with that game. Let's check it. Welcome. Please have a seat. We are here today to discuss a matter of monumental importance for you. So we think you want to make a visual novel. Yeah, sure. Hello there, and what brings you here today? I will make my own visual novel. It's going to revolutionize the industry. I see. It's very good for you. Do you have a concrete plan about how you are going to do this? Of course, I have a vision. The vision will take the current visual novel scene from the depths of mediocrity and elevate the medium into an art form. Also, it will have crisp, high-quality professional graphics. Crisp, high-quality professional graphics. Yes, I will not accept anything less. How do you plan to do the visuals for your masterpiece? Can you draw? Yes, here's a quick scribble that I drew and colored in 5 minutes. In fact, I drew it just before I got here. Hey? Yeah, masterpiece. The lines are all crooked and the background is made up of nothing but Photoshop brushes. Furthermore, that is the most blatant misuse of the default lens flare filter I have ever seen. My ears are bleeding internally, cannot unsee. It is generally a good idea to present your best work if you want an honest assessment of your drawing abilities. To put it simply, this sucks! But I never said I was good at drawing. That was the general thrust behind my initial inquiry. If you are not good at drawing, how do you plan to make the visuals for your novel? My story will be so awesome that people from all over the community will be flocking to my work in progress thread for the chance to become the sprite and background artist. Okay. So you have a story. Would you let me review it? No, you only plan to steal my story and use it yourself, and then I would have to sue you for plagiarism. But you do have a story. Actually, I haven't started writing yet. Okay. You have a story that you haven't written yet? Yes. Okay. You have just rendered me speechless. I know, I get that effect a lot whenever someone realizes just how awesome my visual novel actually is. You didn't even show me anything about it. That's because I haven't written it yet, as I have said before. Have you ever written a story before? I'm a big fan of Twilight, Harry Potter and Naruto. I also watched the animated version Macbeth. Oh my god. So you are lame. I mean, Twilight, really? Harry Potter, haven't read, not a fan of movie. Naruto, I think it's not bad. I'm quite well versed when it comes to contemporary literature. How about your experience with visual novels? I watched all 12 episodes of Tsukihime and Archer was really good. It unlimited blade works. I believe that Kinoko Nasu is an inspirational to all future visual novel developers. Archer wasn't it, Tsukihime, and you should realize that it's nearly impossible to replicate the success of Type Moon in the current VN industry. I realize this, which is why I have made my story so unique that I will surpass the success of Type Moon in the Western market. My work will be more akin to Ryukishi's stories. Type Moon. What makes you so convinced that your story will revolutionize the VN industry? It's a marketing secret, but if you insist, I could give you an introduction and a few excerpts. Please do. I am brimming over with enthusiasm, as you can probably tell from the soulless monotone with which I am maintaining this conversation with you. My story is a mystery themed space war drama VN. It's all about 7 games called Soul Stones, which are scattered throughout the 7 galaxies. There are 7 planets on each galaxy with at least 7 different races throughout the galaxies. The title of the game will be 777. There are 4 sevens in your introduction, but only 3 sevens for the title. Because an uneven number is more in keeping with the golden ratio. Do you not see the brilliance in my numbering scheme? No. Frankly, no, I can't. The same as me. I'm sure you will appreciate it better when the full product comes out. Do you have an estimate of how long it will take you to complete this game? I'm taking my time in making my visual novel because it is guaranteed to revolutionize the industry anyway when it finally comes out. After which I will ascend the corporate leader and become the CEO of my own visual novel company. You do realize that there is no real market for visual novels outside of Japan, of course? Unfortunately. But I think it is changing right now. Also, which corporation are you talking about? My visual novel will be so revolutionary that it will replace all forms of my current interactive entertainment media. This will pave the way for me to incorporate Pizza Pies or Squares Inc., of which I shall become a stockholder, director as well as CEO. What is the scope of your VN? My visual novel will be divided into 60 chapters at about 30k worth of words per chapter on minimum. It will comprise of the first galaxy arc up to the 6th galaxy arc. The 7th galaxy is actually a time-warping organic black hole that has gained the intelligence of a meta-human after absorbing the different cultures of all of its former inhabitants. Oh, and it's going to have at least 450 different characters, and you know what? They are all females with different hair colors. That is honestly the most contrived and hackeyed story idea I have ever heard. Also, each arc will feature 6 different endings for each girl. I get the feeling I'm being ignored here. By the way, this is a secret, but the main character is actually a psychedelic alien tentacle blob on a wheelchair, but that won't be revealed until chapter 3 when he chomps off the head of one of the girls. It will be a total subversion of the R&B shoujo genre and be filled with allusions to pop culture icons such as Justin Bieber. Yeah, let's leave it that and let's say Logan. Furthermore, the space battles will take place in the form of a strategy RPG with an isometric pseudo-3D view. This seems like a fairly ambitious idea. How prepared are you to go through with your plans? If you have a strategy RPG battle systems, do you have the programming knowledge to implement this? I will get a programmer to implement it. They will come flocking to my work in progress thread after I announce the contest along with the project. You will be stuck in development hell for years, never releasing any of your own work and always redoing everything from scratch. for the simple reason that you feel that your overall skills have improved by leaps and bounds a few weeks later than when you first started. You will also become a jaded developer once you start to realize that there are people in the community with real professional skills that far surpass your own, and whose skills you will never be able to reach no matter how hard you try. The most likely scenario is that you will start working on one project after another without finishing a single one of them. It doesn't matter, I'm prepared to suffer for my craft. My one single goal is to revolutionize the VN industry. Let's change the subject, shall we? I'm going to give you a realistic idea of what to expect right now and tell you that only a few individuals will probably end up liking your work. And the only reward that you will get for all your troubles will be a few posts from anonymous posters saying that they like the story or characters. Furthermore, there is a high chance that you will receive a lot of purely negative and personal feedback from your peers. If you try to defend your work, you will be accused of refusing constructive critique, and will be lectured for 10 pages back and forth on a single forum thread, by people who tell you about how your game is a perfect example of how not to make a visual novel. Furthermore, these people will be able to back up their critique because they are professional programmers, artists, musicians, translators and writers. Even though they have not produced a single complete VN themselves, but this isn't the worst case scenario. Most likely, no one will ever read your work because everyone can tell how much it will suck from the screenshots or synopsis that you will place in your release thread, if it ever does get released, and it will be buried forever in obscurity. In the rare event that someone gives praise to your work, it will only act as a signal beacon for other people to give it notice, and proceed to tear it apart and expose it for the amateur and mediocre piece of trash that they deem it be. On occasion, some troll will also come by and whine about the lack of quality of English visual novels in general, using your game as an example. Now, knowing all this, are you still prepared to make your own visual novel? What you just gave me is a set of possibilities that you must have taken from your own experience. In fact, all you have been trying to do is rub off your pessimism on me with your intellectualist trolling. There is no guarantee that my experience will be any better or worse than yours. It will be worse. You're just a jaded VN developer, aren't you? Sadly, I don't have a witty comeback for that. Yes, I am. Well, I have no right to stop you if you are this determined. In any case, good luck, you will need it. I will conquer the VN industry within 6 months. We'll see. Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find. God damn it, I think I'm a little tired and I can't read properly. Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. T.S. Eliot. Snickers. Well, there's another person we won't be seeing again. By the way, our dear protagonist dropped his game like a hot potato after 1 month and was never heard from again. Just as planned. Is something going to happen? No. Alright, so that's how it is with visual novels. I guess you actually need a team for that. However, I have no idea. I'm surely not going to do a visual novel by myself because I can't program. I mean, I had Pascal, which I think has no use. I had C++, which I can't use. Now I have Java, which I hate, and one I can't use at all actually. I'm terrible in programming. Oh, Alien, Mr. X appeared. You? What was that just now? What do you mean? The way you talk to that protagonist, that sarcasm, that seeing it all attitude. I was right, you saw the future for him, haven't you? I have. So I had the right to talk to him that tone. Did you? And even if I didn't, I don't really care. It's not like I am a murderer. So you enjoyed the conversation, huh? Yep. I have the right to be sarcastic, don't I? I guess, but he was right about you being a jaded creator, you know? Yeah, I did admit that. It's not like it's a huge secret that is supposed to disarm me. My being jaded doesn't make my point less valid. But if you don't allow for this moral right, then he doesn't have to care about your advice just because you're experienced or because you're right. That doesn't matter because there will always be someone like me in his life. Someone who he thinks is jaded, old and doesn't understand. Everyone has this person that they secretly strive to prove wrong. It's either me or someone else. So we're just acting naturally, thus fulfilling his destiny. I suppose so. Do you care about him? Do you care about his work? Nope. Then why should he listen to you? He doesn't have to. I don't care. So why do you have to philosophically explain and prove to me that your way of talking to him is not wrong? You framed that question that way. So you just made up all the reasons? Aren't all the reasons made up? So you don't believe in the truth? Truth is not about right or wrong. Morals are. But you reason with morals. And that's wrong. Can you see the irony? You're stalling. That's because I don't see the relevance of this conversation. So let me ask you this, weren't you ever like him? Like that guy? Yeah, full of ignorance, ideas and daydreams. Let's say I was. You were. Admitting to being jaded means you weren't, at some point. Debatable. Stop it, as I was saying, you were also in his position. Okay, I was. And you also had people talking to you like you just talked to that person. I did. So do you really think that it did you any good? Did you ever stop and think about their words? Should I have? You didn't. So? What do you mean, so? I wasn't saying I wanted to be helpful. As I said, I don't care. Is this just entertainment for you then? Would that be bad? I just thought you wanted to achieve something with this. Like what? Like planting some sort of seeds in their minds, like a parent. You explain things to your children, even though you know they can't understand, in the hopes that that information would be there, shaping them subconsciously until they realize it. Do you think my way is wrong? I taught him the information. He's going to ignore it or absorb it subconsciously regardless. But someone has to give him this information in a more positive way. Wouldn't that someone have to be someone who cares about him? Because as I said, I don't. But theoretically, it may happen that no one will care about him. Theoretically, yes. Then shouldn't it be your responsibility to care? By that logic, I should care about everyone. I see now, you've been trying to avoid the original question, so let's go back into the past and you making VNS, when you began and you were just like Mr. Protagonist. Oh, but first, what do you want to achieve with all this? With that? With what? This whole you were once liked him and therefore have to empathize angle you're trying on me. Isn't there anything that you won't trivialize into a catchphrase? Isn't there anything you didn't have a comeback for? I didn't have anything for the jaded developer bit. But that's because you don't care, and you didn't explain that to him just to make the sarcasm hurt more. You're avoiding my question. What are you trying to do? Why are you so interested in me caring about other people? This is about what you tell them and how you tell them. I didn't say I want you to care for them. I think that's implied. I don't think it is. Then what do you really want? That they don't think I'm being a snobbish jerk? Nothing? So there we are. The problem is not me, it's you. You just care about me and you are being a hypocrite, trying to make it look like you care about Mr. Protagonist. You tsundere, you. I gotta go. Bye. Mr. X wanted to contact the protagonist to give him his advice, but in the end, didn't do it. It would just take too much time, he said. I wish I could, honestly, but... And also, it's not like I like Aileen or anything. Don't get the wrong idea. Oh, please. The end. A round of applause for that. Alright, that was the game. So you want to... I don't remember the title now. So you want to... I don't remember. It's so long that I don't remember. Oh, I feel so terrible right now. Alright, so that was the game. No, I really don't remember. Right, hope you enjoy it. And I guess see you in the next game. Bye.